Hey guys, Victoria Paxton here. Thanks for stopping back by my YouTube channel. Okay guys, so today we're going to talk about Relisha Rudd. Alright guys, so if you were on my Friday Night Live, I do Friday Night Lives here on my YouTube channel at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time every week, you guys. You should be here. It's a lot of fun. We have an amazing group of people in there. Okay, so I talked a little bit about the little girl I was going to do this reading on. This is a tough one, you guys, okay? So just bear with me. Let's get through this together, okay? Grab a drink, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Here we go. Relisha Tayana Rudd was born October 29th, 2005 in Washington, D.C. Her mom's name was Tamika Young. In February of 2014, she went missing. She'd been living in a D.C. general shelter with her mother when she was befriended by a janitor working at the shelter named Khalil Tatum. Tatum had a felony record of burglary, larceny, and breaking and entering. He was in prison from 1993 to 2003, and you guessed it again, from 2004 to 2011. He was hired at the shelter by the Community Partnership for the Prevention of Homelessness. You guys, there are some amazing nonprofit organizations that help to try to rehabilitate people, okay? These people tried. They tried. Okay, so he was known to inappropriately fraternize with the shelter residents, and he paid particularly close attention to young girls. He befriended Young, and he bought her daughter a tablet, and he took her to see Disney on Ice. Eventually, Young allowed Tatum to take the girl away overnight, allegedly to stay with him and his grandmother. You guys, Rudd suddenly stopped attending school in February, but her mother provided a note saying she was having health problems and she was in the care of Dr. Tatum. Tatum is the janitor, okay? Fraternizing with the young girls. Yeah, one and the same. The school contacted Tatum at the number that was provided, but when he failed to show up for a meeting with them, a counselor contacted the police to report Rudd missing. The Metropolitan Police Department of the District of Columbia launched a missing persons probe on March 19th, by which point Rudd had not been in school for a month. She had not been in school for a month, okay? Remember that. The investigation revealed that Tatum and Rudd had been caught on camera walking down a hallway in a Holiday Inn Express in Northeast DC on February 26th, and footage on March 1st showed her walking with Tatum to a room at a Days Inn on New York Avenue in DC. Okay, so this janitor guy has this little girl, and they're all over the place at these hotels. The March 1st footage proved to be the last proof that Rudd was still alive. Tatum's wife, Andrea, was found shot in the head in a motel in PG County, Maryland, Prince George's County, Maryland, you guys, on the same day that Rudd was reported missing. So on March 20th, they find the janitor, his wife shot in the head, okay? Surveillance tapes showed Khalil and Andrea Tatum entering the hotel room the night before. Khalil Tatum was last seen on March 2nd, the day after Rudd was last seen, while buying a shovel, lime, and 42-gallon trash bags. Okay, did you hear me? You heard me right. DC police obtained an arrest warrant for Khalil concerning his wife's murder, but on March 31st, Tatum's body was found in a shed in Kenilworth Park, dead by an apparent offed himself, using the same that he used to his wife, okay? Sorry guys, you know, you can't say things on here. In October of 2017, Relisha's mom, Tamika Young, her stepfather, Antonio Wheeler, and her grandmother, Melissa Young, appeared on the Steve Wilkos show. You guys. Tamika refused a polygraph test, but Antonio and Melissa were asked if they participated in any way in I hope I'm not saying the poor little girl's name wrong, Relisha's disappearance. They both answered no, and the polygraph confirmed they were telling the truth. So the stepdad and the grandma had nothing to do with the little girl disappearing. There are a limited number of theories for what happened to Relisha, given Tatum's predatory behavior and his, right? And offing himself shortly after her disappearance. Authorities believe that Rudd was either by Tatum or sold for sex trafficking, right? The DC Metro Police have ruled out sex trafficking. Okay, so I attempted to connect with Relisha and I was unable to. I don't know what it is, you guys. I have such a rough time connecting with children. I don't know why. I don't know. Okay. Okay, so I attempted to connect with Khalil Tatum, the janitor. Let me stress and reiterate, be a nice person when you're here on this earth, okay? Because how you are in life is how you are in death, okay? So he comes through and I said, hi, and I usually say, hi, you know, I'm Victoria and blah, 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 blah. And he said, oh, I know why you want to talk to me. And I said, oh, okay. And he said, but first, what's in it for me? And I said, I don't know, maybe getting it off your chest, you know, and allowing this little girl's family to have some closure. He said, Tamika know what happened. She know what happened from the jump. That's what he said. And I said, let me get this straight. You're saying that Tamika knows what happened to her daughter. He said, yeah, she knows. She knew from the beginning. And I said, convince me. Like, how do I know you're telling the truth? Because you don't sound like you're telling the truth to me. And he said, she know. You ask her, she know. Then he proceeded to start talking very trashy and disrespectful about this poor little baby. And I told him where to put it and shut it down, okay? You guys, you'll see before you click onto this video, the picture of this gorgeous little girl, okay? We're talking about this beautiful, beautiful child, okay? All right, so I had a dream one night about this beautiful little girl and some things that were being done to her and what ultimately became her demise. I woke up. Normally, I go to my list. I have a list. And as soon as I go to the next name, it's usually, poof, it's that name. It wasn't. So I was like, okay, I don't know what this is. Okay. So, you know, I just kind of went on about my day. I had written everything down. So I said, okay, let me go on. Hopefully I'll find the answer soon. So I went into my YouTube to reply to comments. And I had a young lady ask me if I could look into the Relisha Rudd case. And immediately I was like, well, no, hold on. Not immediately. First I was like, I typed back, of course, I'm about to add her to my list, or I added her to my list. I was about to go add her to my list. And then it was like, bam, light bulb. Oh my God, that's the precious little baby girl that I dreamt about last night, okay? So you guys, this man is the biggest piece of you-know-what that ever walked, okay? For the things that he did to this child. Like, I saw it in my dreams. I saw the things that he did to her. He's sick. He's a POS. Okay, so you guys know I live in the DMV. The DMV is DC, Maryland, Virginia. So I live in this area. I lived here in 2014 when this poor child went missing. I don't remember anything. Nothing, okay? And you have to remember, well, you don't have to remember, but I'm telling you, back then I watched the news every single day of my life. Today I don't. It's too tough. There's too much shit going on. But I did back then, and I never saw a damn thing about this poor little child, right? So when I went in to do my research part, you know, I saw the news that I used to watch every day of my life. The same channel, the same reporters on the 5 o'clock news talking about this case. But they were talking about the case like, I think a year after she disappeared. Okay. So the DC police chief, I think her last name's like Lanier. She was DC chief back then. She claimed that she put out an Amber Alert all up and down the East Coast, or down to Florida and up to Delaware, I believe. She came out later and said, I screwed up. I didn't do that. A lot of people have said it's because this poor baby was in DC homeless shelter. That's why they didn't really care about her case. And I hope and pray that that's complete and total bullshit. Because that's pathetic. You know, it absolutely pisses me off and blows my mind. You know, there have been several cases like this, you know, where Lacey Peterson went missing, and then this other woman went missing, Evelyn, and I feel bad, I think Hernandez, blew up about Lacey Peterson. The exact same thing happens with this lady, Evelyn. Never even heard of it. Like, I don't understand, you guys. It burns me up. It boils my blood, you know. I have a passion for the homeless, you know. I worked at a food pantry for 10 years. This just really has shook my world, you guys. And listen, I'm not here to judge Tamika Young, the little girl's mom. I'm not here to judge her. I think she was in a really bad place. She was homeless with 4 little kids living in a homeless shelter, okay? Who wouldn't be in a bad place? I think she wanted to believe that this Khalil Tatum guy was on the up and up. But I also think from mom to mom, I think there was probably a part of her that right away, she was like, wait a minute, you know, where's my daughter? Something's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure she blames herself, you know, and I don't blame her for not taking a lie detector test on the Steve Wilkos show, because it probably would have showed she was lying. Because I think in her heart of hearts, she knew that he had harmed her. You know, I think in her heart of hearts, she knew right away. I can't put words and thoughts into her mouth. That's my opinion, you guys. I would love to talk to her. Tamika Young, if you're out there, I'll meet you somewhere and take you out to dinner or lunch. There's no doubt in my mind that she didn't love her babies. I know that. This is just so freaking, like, this poor baby was let down by so many people. She was let down by her mom. She was let down by the school system. She was let down by the police. She was let down by the homeless shelter. Like, everybody let this poor baby down, you know? Thank goodness when the mom lied and said she was under Dr. Tatum's care, thank goodness the school called the police, you know? I mean, not that it helped in any way because the baby had been missing for so long at that point, but at least they gave enough of a shit that they, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you guys, this one, it's absolutely heartbreaking. The poor things that happened to that baby, like, I can't even, yeah, there's no point talking about it on here. Horrible, you guys, just absolutely horrible. Be nice, be kind, stay safe, stay healthy. I hope everybody's doing good. Friday night live, St. Patty's Day this week, you guys. Woo woo! Come hang out, have a drink. Let's hang out on Friday Night Live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same Bat channel. I've always wanted to say that. You know, I think I've said it before, but I just love saying that. Like, it's so cool. And for the record, Michael Keaton was the best Batman there ever was. I'm just saying. That about does it for me, guys. Bye.